Well guys, you did it. You made your website, you got all your social media accounts hooked up, linked, you got all of your designs put up on that website, and now you just get to sit back and watch the money start flowing in, right? Wrong. Now is when the real work begins and the real business building actually starts. Today I'm going to be kind of talking to you guys a little bit about how you can acquire your first 100 customers when it comes to starting your apparel business. Getting those first customers to your store, to your website, that can be quite a hassle, and it really requires a lot of time. So today I am giving you the 3 ways to get your first 100 customers to your store. But if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Mick. I am the owner and the head of production here at amstransfers.com. We are a DTF, screen print, apparel print shop. We offer everything that I basically just listed, apparel to UV to glitter transfers, everything transfer related or apparel printing, you name it, we've got it. But I have run a business for a little over 4 years now, so I thought I would give you guys a little bit of my tips and tricks, what I've learned along the way when it comes to customer acquisition and how to really dial in all of that stuff that really no one ever tells you about or gives you a blueprint for. So kind of my goal for today is to give you that blueprint when it comes to getting your dream customer base. So I thought this video would be perfect, and we'll kind of niche it down to the 3 ways to get your first 100 customers for your apparel business. Like I said, getting those first 100 customers can be quite a daunting task, but hitting that 100 customer milestone, it not only feels good for you, but it also validates your business idea, proves that you have a product market fit, and it also builds indispensable momentum for future growth. And honestly, it just lets you know that you're on the right track. But those early customers are not just your first customers, they are the foundation at which your business will grow. They are your community, they are your initial feedback loop, and truly one of your most powerful marketing tools. They're going to provide you invaluable insight. They're going to offer you testimonial praises, whether that's or maybe even negative feedback on ways that you can help fix things in your business. So as we all know, the t-shirt world and the apparel world is quite a congested and busy market. So it can be a little daunting when you are a new entrepreneur or you are a new t-shirt or apparel brand. And I know that getting those initial customers can be quite exhausting, and it can be quite, honestly, you could fear it. But you do need to make sure you have a solid plan when it comes to tackling these tasks. But don't panic yet. Let's dive into these 3 ways, and I'm going to help kind of give you a little bit of insight on the best ways to move forward or even get started. So first, you are going to ignite your online presence with engaging content and community. Your online presence is truly like your digital storefront. It needs to capture attention, and it really needs to showcase who you are and what your brand is about. So before you even started nailing down, this is for the people who don't even know how to get started. We're going to nail down the exact niche you want to be in. You're going to nail down your brand identity, and you're going to nail down logos, branding, all of that fun jazz that you guys know. Is way more than just picking out a cool logo or spending hours picking out on Canva the cool colors. You need to really know who your people are and who your target market is. Like I said, the t-shirt game in the apparel business is crowded, so you need to find something that is going to help you stand out. So to figure out all of this little niche and brand identity, you need to do a little digging. You need to start by finding out what exactly is trending right now, but on top of that, you need to find out who your ideal customer is. See what they're actually into. See who you want your brand to represent. And you might be asking, okay, Mick, well, how do I do that? Where do I start? Well, the most simplest thing you can do is honestly just look around at what you like, what designs you like, see who those people are pushing out towards. If you're liking the mama shirts, that's clearly going to be geared towards mamas. If you're liking the faith-based shirts, that's going to clearly be pushed towards like Christian apparel brands, and really just speak to people. So if you have a big brand that you like, so again, we'll just say some random, like you like in a Christian apparel brand or you like a Southern style brand, see if you find a company like that, what their customers, whether that's their responding in comments on social media, kind of see what they like, what styles they like, and even if you want to take it a step further, you can reach out to them. But also on that same front, how your apparel and your t-shirts and your designs come across, that is going to matter. It's going to be what people remember you as. So you don't want to have something that is completely out of left field. Sometimes, guys, we just have to leave the designs that we like at the door, because if it's not going to fit our niche, it's not going to work. Your designs should click with how your customers live, what they want, while making them feel connected and honestly making them want more. And also being consistent with the brand that you set is going to be key, because that is going to be how people remember you. If you have different logos or you have different colors or you have different designs for different platforms, people aren't really going to remember your brand identity, and that is very key when you're wanting to have big growth, especially in a congested market. And when you do focus on a more tight-knit niche group, it kind of does help you push further along in the marketing aspects, because you're not going to be trying to nail down to a wide variety of people. You're really going to know who your customers are, so you can further lean on them and you can say, this person has liked all my designs, they have bought all of my designs, I should lean on them to tell me, okay, I'm having my next launch. What do you like to see? What do you want to see? People really care and are connected to the way that they feel about things. So back to what I was saying, you want to think about how you want your customer to feel if they are wearing your apparel. So let's take, for instance, like I said, you are wanting to have a niche that is kind of just for young moms or even just moms in general. What is one big thing that moms want? Their kids, obviously, but two, it might be like comfort. They want to be able to be comfortable while they're chasing their kids around. So you're going to choose a style that is going to feel comfortable and soft on them, or you're going to want to choose colors that are bright. So just really narrowing down and studying that group of people and that community that you're trying to push out to. It's really going to help you in the long run. I know that at first it will seem a little slow. It might not happen overnight. You might not have sales right away, but overall that is going to help push the market and your brand further. Next, you need to be crushing it on social media. So like we said, that your online presence and your website is your digital storefront. Social media is basically the front of the store. It needs to grab people's attention. It needs to show off the designs you have, but it is also going to be a lot of times someone's first impression of you and your brand. So if you're doing something visual, like I said, shirts, TikTok and Instagram are going to be key places to start posting, because people, that's again a visual platform. You can post on like Facebook because there's pictures there, but a lot of times people don't even like read descriptions on Instagram, and they don't read like the descriptions on TikTok. They are going to be, their first impression is going to be that video or that post that they see. And you need to invest in good quality. You guys know that in this day and age, aesthetics and bright colors or neutral colors or whatever your brand is, that the aesthetic of it is going to play a big role in it. You need to be in like well-lit areas. You need to have some good quality on your camera front, whether that is just you buy a camera, maybe you have one or you have a friend. It just really you need to take time to invest in the actual posts that you're making. And you don't just want to have, I mean, like here and there having pictures and posts of like your t-shirt just laying flat out. That is going to be okay, but you also want people to feel connected to your brand. So you want to have actual real life people wearing them. You want to have people posing in them. You want to have videos of people wearing them out and about, and let that customer and that group that you're reaching, let them feel connected. Let them see how it'll affect them in their everyday life, how they'll feel when they wear it to a coffee shop, everything like that. You need to basically be thinking of how your customer wants to live and wants to feel, and then pushing that in terms of social media posts, videos, all of that. And I know that can sound very expensive, and you're like, I don't have time or money to find models and get professional photos done. Guys, nowadays, iPhones are sometimes better than cameras. Now, not high-end model shot cameras, but you can literally make a t-shirt, take your iPhone, get a friend, a sister, a brother, whoever, and have them out and about filming it. Everything you do, you can post using these things that almost every single person has. So you do not have to spend thousands of dollars getting all of these promotion shots or anything like that. Just go have fun with your friends. Maybe even ask your friend to take a picture while they're out and about. You don't even have to be with them. Just go out and try it. You don't know what's going to work or what's going to hit the spot with your customers right away. It's going to take a lot of trial and error, but you kind of have an idea. You know that like the moms, like I was saying, they're going to be at the coffee shops. They might be at like the shopping malls. They're not going to be in an office building. They're not going to be doing some crazy thing. They're not going to be on a boat. I mean, they might be on a boat, but they're just things in their everyday life that can hit that niche community that you're looking for, but also not so niche that they're on a boat, if you guys get what I'm saying. Like I was saying, pictures, but really guys, I would say reels and videos are a very, very big factor as to people feeling connected to your brand. So please make sure that you are posting them. Post them on every platform. Post them on YouTube Shorts, post them on Instagram Reels, post them on TikTok, post them everywhere. Get your brand out there. Utilize this free tool that we have called social media. And on top of it is not just a place for your products to be shown, it's also a place for your personality to come out. And this is a very big thing, again, for some customers to feel connected to the brand or the person that they are working with. So you do want to make sure that you are posting little behind the scenes, maybe trying on your shirt, maybe a little get to know me, maybe a little story behind why you started your brand. Let them know who you are, and it will make them feel connected. We as humans are like emotional beings. We like to feel connection, and we're honestly selfish. So we like to think, how is this going to affect me? How is this t-shirt going to make me feel? How is it? They don't care if it's someone that they can't resonate with wearing this t-shirt. They care about how it's going to make them feel when they put it on, especially if you are trying to feed to a niche group that is in the Gen Zers or younger. You guys know they are all on social media. I mean, I think everyone is basically on social media, but if your brand is really hitting towards the younger generations, then social media should be the first place that you post anything. And on top of it, a lot of social media sites have shoppable links now. So that means if you post a video of someone wearing your t-shirt out and it goes on Instagram and someone comes across it, there is a good chance that you can link that product onto the video or the post, and they can buy it right then and there. It can take them to your website. So there are a lot of ways that they can shop directly from that post. People don't want to feel like they are getting fed an ad. They don't want to feel like they are getting fed like advertisement, or that they are like, most of the times, I don't know about you guys, with me, if I see something that says promoted at the bottom or whatever, I'll scroll past it. I scroll through ads. But if I see someone posting a shirt that I think is cute and it's just like an everyday shirt and they have it linked, there's a good chance, one, I probably won't see that link unless I'm looking to actively purchase that shirt. But on top of it, I am not going to scroll past it. So you don't want them to seem you want them to seem realistic and not as staged as an advertisement, but also not so realistic that it's not showcasing your brand identity. And so another big thing about social media is that you can actually interact with your community. This is huge. You want to be able to interact with the people that are purchasing you, build relationships with them. And some great ways that you can do that is going live on these platforms, going live on Instagram, going live on TikTok, going live on Facebook, YouTube, all of that. You can go live on there and connect with your community. Let people know who you are, how you work. You can also run polls on Instagram, so you can even maybe post pictures of like, hey, I'm wanting to launch this new design, but I don't know if it should go on this shirt or this shirt. Let them control that, because then you're also going to know what works for that. Showing behind the scenes of like what your fabric you're choosing for your next line, or you packaging orders, stuff like that. Again, it is going to help your community feel more connected to you, not just as a brand, but as a person. Social media is great for getting that quick content, but SEO is going to be what drives traffic to your site long term. Again, guys, this is long term. It's not going to have results right away. It also is going to take a lot of studying, but it is a great way to not have to pay for the super expensive ads on like Google or Facebook or whatever. So we're going to start studying our SEO. And you guys might be wondering, what is SEO? If you're starting out in a business, you might not even know what SEO is. SEO is search engine optimization. Basically, that just means that when someone types in something on Google, and like, again, Christian apparel, they're typing in, I want faith t-shirts, when they put that in there, you want your design to be put first in front of them, because I think after the first 2 Google searches, the ones below that go like way out the door for how fast people click on them. Like, or the amount of people that click on them, I should say. So you want to make sure that you are high up there. Being on the first page is very key on Google, but you can't always do that. So we are going to look at some things that you can do to better your SEO. And it's not just going to be, like I said, fake t-shirts or t-shirts that they're going to be searching up. They're going to be sometimes searching up very, very specific things like custom t-shirts for this, custom t-shirts for that. So you need to be very specific when you are dialing in the SEO and what you're looking for. So making sure that your website is packed with keywords for what you're looking for. You want to put them in your page titles, your descriptions, your first few sentences of anything that is posted, and even sometimes people put it in their website address. And you don't want to forget, like I said, to kind of really dial in, tell people exactly what you want them to do. So for us, if it's like design your own t-shirt, that would be a keywords that we want to put in. So we could go put it in our description, or we could go put it on the header on our website just to put those keywords. You want to make sure your keywords are basically everywhere on your website. It's going to be what helps drive the traffic there. But if you do have like a storefront, like an actual physical place, you do want to maybe even dial in there in terms of going full local. So you could put custom t-shirts in the Houston, Texas area. That would be like ours. So you can really dial in the exact location that you are wanting to serve, whether that is you're just wanting to do for Houston area or you're wanting to do for the Denver area or whatever. Just really dial in. So if you are a physical shop or you are just wanting to feed to your local community, local SEO is going to be your best friend. You want to make sure that your Google business page is looking sharp, clean. You also want to make sure that you are asking customers in the area to leave reviews for you. Maybe you can even get some of those local reviewers on like Google or Yelp to leave good reviews for you. Another big thing I've seen is that if you add a Google map onto your website, that will also help drive traffic when people like search up where you are or that location. On the other side of getting back to like online, blog posts are a great way to get as many keywords in as possible. I mean, think of a blog post. Sometimes people just write blog posts just to make sure that they have keywords on their website. So make sure you're just writing them out, guys. There's so many tools now that can help you write a blog post or research a blog post. You could literally write one in 10 minutes, and it'll add all those keywords onto your site and further your SEO in that direction. So if you're a custom t-shirt shop, you could do top 5 designs for your custom t-shirts. You could do choosing the right fabric for your custom t-shirts. You can do the top designs for a bachelorette party for your t-shirts. Like all of this, these are keywords that you can use in your blog post, and it's super easy. And a blog post doesn't have to be thousands of words. It can literally be 1 paragraph. It can be 2. It could be whatever you're needing. And that just will get even more words and more SEO pushed in the right direction. But like I said, when you're creating a community and a brand, you do want your customers to feel connected to you. So I wouldn't just completely BS a blog post. Maybe you can even make them educational, and you can write things that are more specific to them. So if you are looking in like the mother, or you're looking for like the mom community, you can add in things, best t-shirts to wear to a park, or best ways to design for a baby shower. All of these are great ways that you can help your community, make them feel connected to you, while also still hitting your SEO target. Like I said, guys, remember that SEO is a slow sprint. Social media will be the one to get you that quick interaction, that quick first sale. But SEO is going to be what helps build your business and build your website traffic in the longer run. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen right overnight, or don't get discouraged if you're even like 6 months down the road, it's still working out the kinks. It's all learning. And if you're wanting this business to be, whether that's a $1 billion business, $1 million, or you just want to do a side hustle, you just have to remember that building a business isn't a overnight thing. It takes time. And unfortunately, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Okay, so we talked about our online presence. Next, we're going to be moving on to unlocking potential growth with partnerships. So one big thing is utilizing micro influencers. You might be asking, what exactly is a micro influencer? We'll get into that. But as we all know, in the age of social media and content, influence and influencers impact and their recommendations, people like take them like they are God's word. Like it has so much influence and they have so much pull on certain industries. The credibility and the influence that these influencers and these people have on their community is often more effective than traditional advertisements. I was literally thinking this the other day. I think our generation and lower probably I don't think I watch normal TV enough to see a commercial, but I could tell you what someone advertised on TikTok the other day. And again, I know it can be pricey if you're trying to get like some influencer that has millions of followers, but guys, there's micro influencers, and typically micro influencers are somewhere in the range from 10,000 to 100,000. So they still have a big impact, but they're not going to be as expensive when it comes to a influencer that has 4.5 million. And another great thing about micro influencers is that you're going to find that their followers are a very tight group and they're very interactive. And that is very important because a lot of the people who have millions and millions of followers, their engagement might not be as good as someone who has 100,000 followers that has all these comments on a video, while a millions and millions followers has a wide variety of people. But you do want to make sure that the influencer that you find does align with your demographic and that it comes in terms of content, tone, style, all of that. Sometimes even age. This alignment helps to ensure that your message reaches a relevant audience, but at the same time, it still seems genuine because they will trust that influencer. I mean, this type of trust that we see in micro influencers, how much more authentic that could be when it comes to like a celebrity endorsement. Like I was saying, that is going to be a much broader, wide range of people. Okay, so I talked to you about micro influencers and you might be asking yourself, well, how am I even going to find these people? Don't worry, I've got the lowdown for you. I'm going to tell you the best places and the best practices to look. Okay, so first we are going to think about our brand. What is it going to be? Are we feeding the moms? Well, we'll stick with that scenario for the rest of the video. The mom community. We're going to look for them. So we're going to start hunting for them. We're going to start by going to the top places: Instagram Explore page, TikTok Explore page, TikTok's For You page, and the good old YouTube. You're going to search for hashtags that are going to fit your niche. So let's put in hashtags, hashtag mama, hashtag mom of one, hashtag boy mom, hashtag whatever. You're going to basically put in hashtags for that specific niche. You can even dive in to a little bit of Hangouts, whether that's Discord, whether that's Reddit, and see kind of like what the community is talking about. Maybe even type in like best t-shirts for moms, like Reddit. You might find something. Just kind of do some digging and kind of just see what everyone's talking about. See who the micro influencers are in your niche and see what their followers are following. See, it can kind of be like it kind of has like a domino effect if you think about it. If you find one micro influencer, you can find their followers, and if their followers are most likely going to follow the same style of videos or the same type of personality, so then you can follow them, or you can find another one, and then it kind of keeps going down. So all it takes is just finding one. Okay, so you found one. Now you're just going to scroll through their stuff, kind of feel like you get to know them, see what they post about, and trust your gut. That is going to be the first thing. If you feel like someone isn't aligning, or if you're feeling like you're having to make excuses for content that they're posting, just trust your gut. There's thousands, millions of people out there that I'm sure would love to work with you and your brand. So don't settle for the first one just because you want to get your foot in the door. Because like I said, this at the end of the day, this is going to cost you money. Micro influencers are not going to be as expensive as like celebrities or millions of people, but it is going to cost you money. And when you're first starting out, you don't have a lot of that. You're still building a business. So just you can be picky on who you're looking for. So take your time with them. See how much people interact. See how much their followers, if you see multiple people in their comments or like repetitive followers commenting, just kind of keep an eye, observe. There's no rush to this. So like I said, a lot of micro influencers are you're going to have to pay them, but they're also going to have kind of their own guidelines. So you don't want to come to them with a set of rules or a set of things that they have to follow. You kind of want to sit back, see what they have to say, let them take the reins a little, not too much. You don't want them to have full control over everything, but there is a reason they are influencers. It is whether people like their content. Like, you don't want to demand that they post, I want you to post post a 10-second video of you wearing the shirt at the park or whatever, and then they're like, no, I do get ready with me's, or I do try on hauls. Like, you don't want to mess with their content. So let them do what they do best while still promoting your product. Because then again, they're going to want to work with you again. If you are easy to work with, they'll want to work with you again. They'll also want to get the endorsements. And I mean, influencers, who doesn't love free stuff? And typically if you pay them, this is their job. So just let them do their thing. Still have a little bit of control in. Usually you can put in there that you want to approve it. Sometimes a lot of people don't like that, but you can if you want to. So again, don't settle, but don't be in there messing with their strategies. And then also see if their content and the person that you chose, if people are actually purchasing from their content, then keep working with that person. Maybe they have people that they can recommend to you to work with, and it might just start building relationships. So take your time with them. When you find the right one, it's going to fit like a glove. They're going to love working with you. You're going to love working with them. And it's a new way of marketing. And honestly, it's a new way of ads lately. So just use that to your advantage. So the first way to get your 100 customers is going to be creating that online presence. That second is going to be unlocking growth with the micro influencers and the people around you that you want to work with. And number 3 is going to be to cultivate loyalty with referrals and local connections. So your community, your actual local community around you, can be one of your biggest assets when it comes to business growth. I mean, we've heard it from the beginning of time. The power that the word of mouth has is truly astonishing. I mean, if you hear from one of your most trusted people in your life that a restaurant downtown wasn't good, there's a good chance you're not going to try it. So you want to turn your customers that are local into your advocates for your business, because these happy customers can truly be your biggest cheerleaders. And referral programs work wonders. So just like we were talking about with the micro influencers, when they get paid or they get free products, referral programs, people love that stuff. They love when they get a free discount at the end of 10 t-shirts, or they get, I mean, again, we've seen it from the beginning of time. You go to the local ice cream shop, you take your little stamp card and they stamp it for the first 10 visits, and then you get a free ice cream cone on the last one. We've seen it, guys. People love that. But on top of it, you can do referrals where you can give them a discount code, early access to your launch. You can give them points that they can use later. You can give them free products. Even you can give them free shipping. Our personal referral program is if you refer someone to us, they get money off their order, but you get money off your order as well. People love rewards, guys. Use it. I know it sounds like, oh, I'm starting out, I can't lose money. No, this is going to help further you in the long run. And it doesn't have to be just local. You can post referrals on your website. You can post them on social media. That's typically kind of how it works with like micro influencers. You're going to give them a code and they can put it in, they get points, you get discounts off. If you order with Mick from 15, you'll get 10% off. That is kind of how a referral program works. And just building that engagement through local community, online and community. Offline marketing is just as crucial as it is for online marketing. If you want to go the way of like ads through the mail, people get their mail all the time, so you can always do that if that is what you want to try out. But I would say that offline is just as much as crucial as it is for online. So there are some ways that you can engage in your local community. You can go to vendor events. If you have a festival or you have a market on Saturdays, you can always go there to sell your t-shirts. If you have charity runs, if you have the Thanksgiving turkey run, these are great places to get started. On turkey run days, people typically have the shirts with all the names on the back. You can sponsor that way. You can sponsor kids teams. You can host pop-ups. Even if you don't have a storefront, you can still host pop-ups. If you are doing transfers or you are doing screen printing, you can host workshops. Just getting involved in your local community is a very big thing, and people just love it. They love to build trust. They love to, like I said, build that connection with you as a business as well as a person, and being that person in the local community that is known for, whether that's helping someone, whether that is cute designs, whether that is you have amazing customer service or whatever, that is again going to push word of mouth. And more word of mouth, someone might say, hey, I have this great person in my town, they make great t-shirts, I'm going to send it to my friend in Arizona, and that person in Arizona is going to buy a t-shirt on your website, and then this person likes their t-shirt, so then they tell their friend in New York, and then it kind of, again, domino effect. So don't sleep on the local connections and getting involved there. And if you are hosting things like pop-ups or markets, you need to be leveraging your branded merchandise. Guys, I preach this on my channel. Wear your logo, wear your brand like it is a billboard. And it doesn't even just have to be t-shirts. You can put them on bags, you can put them on hats, you can put them on glasses, you can put them on mugs, you can put them on stickers, you can put them everywhere. You basically just want to have your brand on everything. So again, if you're getting involved in your local community, you can use that branded merchandise as swag bags for a local auction. You can partner with restaurants around, so work with local partners. Another great way off on the local side or past the local side is going to be email marketing. Email marketing is a direct line to your customers. It's kind of a chill way to keep them in the loop, let them know what's going on. If you have new designs coming, or if you have a life update, or you have like you're moving warehouses, people like to feel that connection, and it is a great way to get a personal, because it almost feels like a one-on-one, and they get to know you as a person and as a business owner. From my personal experience, I was just telling Alex this the other day, I am a huge reader and I am signed up to a bunch of different authors' newsletters, but there is one author specifically that I told Alex, her emails feel very personal, and I don't know if it's because like she uses my name, which I know it's like a template that she'll put my name into, but it literally feels like she's writing a letter to me. She uses my name in it, like all these things. So just make it feel personalized, make it feel like you're talking to a friend, and that will leave like a lasting impression in their mind that even if they don't like what you're selling or they don't buy that t-shirt, they know who you are. Think of it as like building a friendship or getting that cute girl's phone number. Like you're just kind of building that connection. Once you build that connection with them, if you are not sure how you can get that information from them, maybe again, offer them a little discount, offer them a little freebie. If you are like, hey, I will send you, if you sell transfers, if you sign up for my email, I'll send you a free sample pack. Like give them something to sign up for your email list. Another great thing that you can do in regards to the emails is recovering any lost sales that come with abandoned carts. So no one likes to see that someone abandoned their cart on their website, but sometimes it happens, guys. And abandoned carts are not always that they didn't want the shirt. It could mean that they didn't have their purse on them at the moment, so they went up to get it, and then when they went up to get it, their kid fell down, and then they had to help their kid and put a band-aid on, and then when they put the band-aid on, they realized that the dishes needed to be cleaned, and then they just forget, and they never get back to what they're originally doing. So just giving them a little bit, hey, you left this in your cart, you want to still purchase it, might put a nice little light bulb in their head that they were still wanting that, they just didn't get back around to it. If there are people who don't purchase because of price, you can always add in a, hey, here's like 5% off your order. You don't have to do it for everyone, but that is a great way to also get some sales back after those abandoned carts. You can also just email them like, hey, we're trying to grow here. You want to tell your friend about us, or ask for feedback that way. You can always, they just want to feel connected to you, and let them feel connected to you, but also they don't want to feel like they're getting too many emails, so you want to make sure that you're not bombarding them or spamming them. But you do just want to make sure that they do feel a connection and that personal relationship with you. You can even make it personalized where it's like, this first email, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. And then in the next email, I'm going to tell you what's next on my business. Like make it a story, sending these emails, not just a, hey, I have this for sale. Like make it personalized, make it exciting, make it, the first thing that they're going to see is going to be the subject. Make that subject super intriguing and like what are they saying? Just have some personality behind it. Think of also personally what you would want to see in your brand, whether that is you want to see someone personalized. So like, let's go back to the example of a mom. If she is going through her email after she just had wrestled her 2-year-old to a nap, and she sees something in her email that says, have your toddler asleep in the next 5 minutes. And she's like, oh, that is perfect. That is relative to me. And she clicks on it, and it's a quote unquote ad, or it's an email from you promoting your super soft t-shirt that like kids want to rest their head on. It's not itchy for them. She's going to resonate with that email. It's going to make her feel personal. It's going to make her feel like that was written for her. So just keep that in mind. Again, it goes into really researching and really knowing who your customer base is. But guys, honestly, hitting that 100 customer mark is huge. It is a big deal, so make sure you're celebrating that win. And building a brand in this day and age, when there are things that are constantly changing, whether that's social media or whether that's AI coming into the picture or whether that's advertisements on TV are going out, you just building a trusted brand and building a brand that is known for being genuine and honest and building connections with people. People like that. They want to feel that way. They want to feel, if you want to say, like a safe space. So you just want to be a company that people remember and a brand that people trust. And like I said, things are forever changing. So you do need to be up and ready to switch when that time comes. But if you have a core brand and you have core values and you have core customer base, then they are going to switch with you. I know that sometimes that can be scary to start switching things around and you're like, I don't know if they'll like this. But if you build that sense of community and you build those customers, then they are going to be there. They're going to change with you, evolve with you. They're going to be excited for you. Guys, building any business is truly one of the most scary, tiring, exciting, rewarding things that you can do. It doesn't happen overnight, so just take your time. Reach out if you ever need help. We can always help you here. If you are needing transfers for your new apparel business, amstransfers.com does offer same-day shipping if you place the order before 3, but you really just have to enjoy this process. I preach that on my channel. It's something that Alex and I have stood by, that building a business and actually building a community around you and enjoying these processes is what's going to help your business thrive when things get rough. Because sometimes you're going to have customers and you're going to feel like you built a community and they're going to find someone different and they're going to find the next brand, and that's going to hurt. But you just have to remember that it is a never ending revolving door. There's going to be customers that stick by you through no matter what. There's going to be customers that you can't always make happy, but you just have to enjoy the process of it all. You're going to learn new things every day. You're going to learn different things. You're going to learn hard things. You're going to learn easy things. There's going to be things that literally work and it happens overnight. You go viral, but then there's going to be things like SEO that takes 6 months, and then you start to see the benefits of it. So just be knowledgeable about the process that you're taking when you get into a business like this. If you guys ever need any more business tips or any recommendations, I will have all of our information below. You can see my channel. I daily vlog here with our DTF printers. But that is going to wrap up today's video, guys. Hopefully you found something that you can use, whether you're in a different stage. Maybe you've already done your research and now you're trying to take that next step to get that sale, and you're wanting to just know how. That would be like micro influencers. Maybe you're just starting out and you're not even know where to begin with the branding. So hopefully that you just found something in this video useful. Leave in the comments below what you do, what your business is, what you're wanting to do, or even just say hi. But I will see you guys on Monday for the next vlog.